traditional Black family and the lives of Black people, and in particular, Black children. If Black boys don't see Black men being committed to Black women.
Dr. Umar Johnson reportedly collapsed during a speaking engagement. Now, before we dive in, let me be clear. This isn't about spreading rumors or celebrating anyone's misfortune. We're here to break it down factually, look at the context, and explore what this means for a figure who's been both celebrated and criticized in the Black community. Buckle up, because this story has layers, from health concerns to conspiracy theories and everything in between. Let's get into it. First off, let's set the scene. It all went down on October 27th, 2025, at what was described as a conscious function. One of those intimate gatherings where like-minded folks come together to discuss Pan-Africanism, Black empowerment, and community building. Dr. Umar Johnson, the self-proclaimed Prince of Pan-Africanism, was there as the main speaker. For those who might not know him well, Dr. Umar is a clinical psychologist, author, and activist who's built a massive following through his fiery lectures on topics like education reform, interracial dating, and systemic racism. He's known for his unapologetic style, blending psychology, history, and spirituality in ways that resonate deeply with many.
If I walk in and you say he's pro-Black, because this is what people say when they see me, it'll be 1,000 Blacks. He's pro-Black. Do you know what you're saying about everybody else in there?
Nah,
they're fucking coons. Do you?
According to eyewitness accounts and viral clips that surfaced almost immediately, everything seemed normal at first. Dr. Umar was up there delivering one of his signature passionate speeches, full of energy, conviction, and that rhythmic flow that keeps audiences hooked. He was wiping his forehead with a cloth, perhaps from the heat of the moment or the intensity of the room.
Interesting with Umar, he's been in hiatus and hiding now for, it's getting close to a month. Interestingly enough, he's posted very little on his.
Then, without any clear warning, his voice faltered. He stumbled a bit, grabbed his chest, and boom, he collapsed right in front of everyone. Gasps echoed through the crowd. Some people rushed to his side, while others stood there frozen, phones out, capturing the chaos.
You know, spiritual work and read a lot of spiritual work. They talk about how you got to make sure you equally yoked.
It was pure pandemonium. One of the first reports came from a woman named Marianne Lorian, who went live on her channel to share the breaking news. She was emphatic.
When you marry, you don't marry an individual, you marry into a race. You marry into a community. So I didn't marry a Jewish woman, I married into Jewish society. I didn't marry a.
Hey, this is Marianne Lorian. I'm bringing you guys breaking news. I don't want anyone to take this or twist it. I'm not reporting he's dead. Umar Johnson was at a little function, a conscious function. He just passed out as of now as I'm talking to you. He passed out. He's not dead. He passed out. Fam, he's running around here all over. He's fatigued, probably fatigued. You understand, he's partying with these kids. He's in his 50s. She went on to describe the scene, people trying to revive him, no paramedics called yet, and folks crying because, as she put it, that's a big man just laying flat out. Marianne even mentioned she was about to post a picture emphasizing her role as a journalist in the community.
I think he's
okay. Wiz Khalifa from PA, so that might be okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna be careful because y'all know when Brother Malcolm went to the Middle East, they poisoned his drink.
I think
Malcolm.
The internet exploded within hours. Clips from multiple angles started circulating on TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, and YouTube. Hashtags like Pray for Umar and Umar Johnson Faints trended with thousands sharing their thoughts. Supporters flooded the comments with prayers and well wishes. Get well soon, doc. The ancestors got you. Others expressed genuine concern, pointing out how overworked he must be with his non-stop tour schedule and activism. But as with anything involving a polarizing figure like Dr. Umar, the skeptics came out in full force. People started picking apart the details. Why no immediate call to paramedics? How did he recover so quickly? And why did he look completely fine just moments before? These questions sparked a wave of theories that the whole thing might have been staged, a classic distraction tactic. To understand why so many people jumped to skepticism, we have to zoom out and look at Dr. Umar's history. Born Umar Rashad Ifatunde Johnson in 1974 in North Philadelphia, he rose to prominence in the early 2010s through viral videos and appearances on shows like The Breakfast Club. He's got credentials, a doctor of clinical psychology from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, and he's positioned himself as a champion for Black education. His biggest project? The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, FDMG, an independent school for black boys that he announced years ago. The vision was inspiring, a place free from Eurocentric curricula, focused on African history, self-reliance, and leadership. Donors donated hundreds of thousands, if not millions, over the years. But here's where the controversy kicks in. The school has faced endless delays. Promised openings came and went, 2016, 2018, 2020, you name it.
Of the 21st century in no order, because they all equally guilty. Charles Barkley, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, Jesse Lee Peterson. There's somebody I'm missing really bad and I can't think of him.
Videos have surfaced showing the property in Wilmington, Delaware in a rundown state. Overgrown weeds, broken windows, no signs of active construction. Donors started asking tough questions. Where is the money going? Why no transparency? Dr. Umar has defended himself vigorously, blaming everything from zoning issues to sabotage by agents of white supremacy. He's gone on live streams ranting about critics, calling them dusty, crusty ninjas, and threatening to come into your bedroom and take your queen. Classic Umar, combative, theatrical, and unfiltered. Remember that infamous clip where he's laying down rules on masculinity? You don't worry about another man's skin. You don't worry about another man's hair. You don't worry about what another man weighs. You don't worry about how another man smells. You don't worry about a man's cologne. You don't worry about the women that he entertains. Stop worrying about my personal life. It's vintage Umar turning defense into offense. Or that time in Atlanta when he claimed to make it rain by calling on Shango, the Orisha of thunder. I just called Shango and now it's drizzling. Atlanta Africans, tell me I ain't got the divinities on my side. These moments make him magnetic to fans, but fuel doubts among detractors who see him as more showman than scholar. Now, back to the collapse. The timing raised eyebrows because it came right after fresh backlash about the FDMG Academy. Just days earlier, a resurfaced video showed the school's deteriorating condition, reigniting calls for accountability. Critics argued this health scare was conveniently timed to shift focus from financial questions to sympathy. One viral tweet put it bluntly, "The ancestors didn't come for him yet. He's still here to finish that school he keeps talking about." Another, "He faked it for views." Even some loyal fans paused, wondering if the pressure was real or if this fit a pattern. On the flip side, supporters insist it's legit. Dr. Umar is in his 50s, constantly traveling, speaking, and engaging in heated debates. Fatigue, dehydration, or stress could easily cause a faint. Reports from the event suggest he was revived on-site without medical intervention, which some
Of the 21st century in no order, because they all equally guilty. Charles Barkley, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, Jesse Lee Peterson. There's somebody I'm missing really bad and I can't think of him.
say points to it being minor. In a cryptic Instagram post shortly after, though not directly addressing the incident in detail, Umar shared a message about resilience and ignoring haters, which many interpreted as his response. He didn't deny the collapse, but framed it within his ongoing battles. King Kong consciousness, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, just made it through another storm. Let's talk about the broader implications. This incident highlights the intense scrutiny public figures like Dr. Umar face in the digital age. One moment of vulnerability, real or perceived, and the internet turns it into a battlefield. Parody accounts popped up overnight, remixing his old quotes with collapse footage. Reaction channels dissected every frame. Look how he falls, too Hollywood. Major podcasts replayed clips, debating if it's burnout from building an institution without corporate backing or a ploy to boost donations. Sponsors quietly pulled back, speaking gigs got postponed, and his credibility took a hit. But here's the thing, controversy has always been Umar's currency. After every scandal, whether it's accusations of mismanaging funds or viral outbursts, his name trends, followers rally, and support spikes. Remember that Shango stick rant? Stop worrying about my Shango stick, because if you keep worrying about my Shango stick, your queen gonna get Shango hit. It went mega viral, turning criticism into clout. This collapse could follow the same cycle, a dip in reputation, followed by a comeback tour. To get a fuller picture, I dug into various sources. From X posts and YouTube commentaries, the consensus is split. One user shared, "Prayers up for Dr. Umar, he's fighting for us every day." Another, "This man is a fraud, the school is a scam." Balanced reporting shows no concrete evidence of staging, but the lack of paramedics and quick recovery fuel doubts. Dr. Greg Carr, a respected scholar, once called Umar a tragedy, a man with potential derailed by ego. Yet Umar's advocates point to his work in psychology and community events as proof of his commitment. Expanding on his background, Dr. Umar's journey started in Philly's tough streets. He claims descent from Frederick Douglass and has woven that into his brand. His books, like Psychoacademic Holocaust, critique the education system's impact on Black youth. He's spoken at HBCUs, debated interracial relationships, famously saying Black men dating white women is treason, and pushed for mental health awareness in the community. But critics accuse him of homophobia, misogyny, and grifting. The FDMG saga is the elephant in the room. Donations poured in via GoFundMe and PayPal, but progress reports are sparse. In 2023, he bought the property for $500K, but by 2025, it's still not operational. What if the collapse was real? Activism takes a toll. Think about other leaders who burned out. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, constant pressure. Umar's schedule is grueling. Tours, lives, interviews. A source close to the event told a YouTuber he was partying with kids, implying exhaustion from trying to keep up. No overdose rumors have been substantiated. That's pure speculation. If it's fake, it wouldn't be the first time a public figure used drama for deflection, but without proof, that's just theory. In a follow-up video, one commentator said, "Umar is not building a school, he's building a circus." Harsh, but it captures the divide. As we wrap this up, the question lingers. Was this a genuine health scare or a calculated move? Either way, it exposes the fragility of online fame. Umar built his empire on strength and intellect, but one slip, literal or figurative, and it's dissected endlessly. His followers remain divided, some praying for recovery, others demanding receipts on the school. What's next? Probably a fiery comeback livestream. The world is watching. If you made it this far, drop your thoughts in the comments, real or fake. Hit like if you want more breakdowns like this. Check out my playlist on Black leaders for similar content. Peace out, fam. Stay conscious and stay strong. Dr. Umar Johnson energetically speaking on stage. On the other, a blurry, grainy video of a man collapsing mid-sentence. We dive deep into the stories that Black folks are buzzing about. The good, the bad, and the straight-up controversial. Today, we're tackling one of the wildest moments in recent Black activist history. Dr. Umar, the self-proclaimed Prince of Pan-Africanism, straight up passing out mid-speech at a conscious community event. Was this a genuine health scare from years of grinding on the circuit, or just another calculated stunt to rally donations and dodge accountability for that long-promised school that's still nowhere to be seen? Umar's own denial, expert takes on this health history, and a deep dive into why this man's life feels like a never-ending episode of reality TV drama. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. We drop truth bombs like this every